Namaskar, hello and a very warm welcome to CIET NCERT's special live phone-in interactive program. This is a special series of ours on ET and ICT tools. My name is Tanvi Kurana and here we are with a new ICT tool that is called Curipod. And today we are going to discuss how to create interactive lessons with the help of Curipod. If you know how to operate Curipod and there are some doubts, there are some queries and you need explanation for some or the other tool, then let us know. We have an expert in our studio and she'll be more than happy to answer all your doubts, all your queries. If you want to give us a call on our number, the number would be 8800440559 and there's a specific email ID on which you can raise your queries. That would be training.helpdesk@ciet.nic.in. Let me tell you that at this moment you're watching us on eVIDYA channel number 6 to channel number 12 and also on our YouTube channel, that is NCERT Official. In the live chat box, write down your questions, your queries related to Curipod and share them with us. So let me please introduce the guest for this session, and we have with us Ms. Mohini Arora. Ma'am, a very warm welcome.
Namaskar.
Namaskar. Ma'am is the head of the Department of Computer Science from Air Force Golden Jubilee Institute, Subrata Park, New Delhi. And ma'am, it's a pleasure to have you. We'll love to know a lot of the details regarding Curipod, how one can operate it, how one can upload the files, how one can create their own lessons. And this program is not just for students, it's for teachers as well. So ma'am, shall we begin? And what is it that we should know about Curipod, and what kind of ICT tool is it?
Curipod is a very simple, easy to use presentation style tool, I'll say in fact. It is basically used to create interactive lessons integrated with activities which will help the teachers to have interactive sessions with the students, create interest in the subject that is being taught, and moreover it is a AI generated tool. So you have the option of creating your own presentations, creating your own activities, or based on the topic you can also have an AI generated presentation with us.
That's wonderful, ma'am. Would you like to explain each and everything about Curipod, how a teacher can create these lessons, and how are these lessons going to be beneficial for their children?
Definitely, Tanvi. So first we move on with about basic features of Curipod. So if we talk about Curipod, as I mentioned, it is an AI based free tool. It is used to create interactive lessons and activities integrated in those lessons, so it definitely aids in the teaching process of a teacher. It's a presentation style tool. We all are familiar with presentations, so it uses presentation elements like polls, word clouds, drawings, question and answers, and text and images on the slide that we are familiar with, and we create our own Curipods according to the subject, the topic, the grade that we are teaching, the students that we are teaching, and it helps in the teaching learning process. It helps to offer an interactive experience for students and teachers. So it's just not, the class is not just monotonous. It helps you to interact with the students. They are giving responses in an interactive manner, which increases the efficiency of the class. It helps to organize your folders organize your content in folders, so you can keep them in a proper manner. And then we talk about the time that the teachers spend on curating the content, preparing for the lessons that are to be delivered the next day in the class, preparing for the activities, the assessments. So it helps to reduce that time for the teachers. And moreover, a teacher can see the students' responses on the screen. The students can also see and relate how they answered, how others answered. That way it helps in the assessment and seeing the progress of the class, of the students in the class. And the teachers can share, collaborate the lessons with their co-teachers, with other groups, other individuals, which helps in further enhancement of the content. Then the Curipod is available for all classes from grades 1 to 12, and we can also use it for our own professional development. And various subjects like maths, science, social science, along with social and emotional learning topics, creativity and explorations, sustainability development, all these things can be integrated in a QReport presentations. It features various free interactive lessons. When we go to the browser, we will see live how these lessons can be integrated into our presentations. So, we can view what other teachers are creating as far as our subjects are concerned, and it enhances definitely our knowledge as a teacher. QReport is available in two versions. The first version is free, it is the basic version. All the core features are available. You can have unlimited participants for your presentation. So, the class may be of any number of students, they can participate in a QReport presentation. You can create unlimited QReports. Now, here the word QReport I am referring to is your lessons, the activities and the presentations and the slides in a cumulated manner. We are referred to them as QReports. And it also has an email and chat support. You can share your presentations. So, all these features are available for a free version of QReport. Then we have the premium version, which is the paid version. You have all the features of free version, but you also have some extra features, like for example, you have more number of words to respond, more number of words to give the feedback. You have some extra templates, AI generated templates. So, those are available in premium version. But as a teacher, I think we'll have a lot of features to explore in the free version as well. So, are we ready to start with the QReport? So, to start with QReport, it's a web app, that is also another advantage. So, we need not download or install the app. We just go to the browser and we go to the link, that is QReport.com, and we have to create an account. For the first time, we have to click on sign up to create an account. So, this is the screen that you get, and you have to click on sign up. Once you click on sign up, it will ask you what type of account do you want. We as a teacher, we select the teacher option out of the 4. We give the name of the school. We may create an account with Google, or we may sign up and create an email from QReport, and we may use that. And once you sign in, this is the dashboard that you get. Here we get various options to explore the already created QReports. We have the options to generate the QReports using the artificial intelligence, and we can also create our own lessons, our own QReports. So, we will be talking in detail about this dashboard. I will be explaining all the options available on the screen. So, let us get set to move on the slide that is there. We move on to the browser from this place. So, this is the browser, and since I have already created my account, so I simply log in. So, I log in my account. I have created an account using Gmail. So, I log in my account.
Okay, so to all the viewers, I just want to say that Curipod is going to be a very beneficial tool for all the children, and students also can create the lessons. These interactive lessons, they have a variety, and like ma'am said, that they can have Q&As, they can have texts, they can have pictures, they can have a lot of things. So these lessons are no, they will be easy to talk about, they are going to be interactive, and students will learn easily. And ma'am has also mentioned that these lessons will be for classes 1 to 12, so there is no age bar, and these presentations are going to be very catchy and attractive, appealing. So this ICT tool, I really think that you should all use it on your respective browsers. Like ma'am said, that there are two versions, one is free, one is premium. So I think if we can go with the free version, that will also work. Rest, I think I will ask ma'am about it. And yes, next thing I would like to mention here, that this is for classes 1 to 12, and any teacher can create it. So there is no age bar as such. And ma'am, can I ask you a question?
Yeah, sure.
So would you recommend the free version or the premium version to the teachers?
I will definitely recommend the free version to begin with. As I said, all the features that a teacher needs in the school, all those features are available in free version. You can create your own presentations, you can use the AI generated model, so you can definitely use the free version of the presentation of the tool.
That's great. That's great. So like ma'am said, that we can use the free version, and not just teachers. I think if parents also have some interest, they can also use it and understand how safe and how easy it is to use it in the browser. Ma'am has also mentioned that you do not need to download it, and it will not take a lot of space in your phone. Simply use the browser and operate. Curipod.com, that is the website where you need to click, and you need to sign up. So let's go to ma'am and ask ma'am, the first step is sign up. So are we done with the sign up process?
Yeah, we're done with the sign up process, and you can see on your screen the dashboard of QReport. You can see here that we have various options: home, discover, create lessons. So first of all, I would like to show you what all and what type of presentations, what type of slides, what type of lessons can be created using this particular tool. So I clicked on discover. This particular option contains various lessons already created by teachers, by experts using QReport, and as you can see on your screen, there are various options available: social and emotional learning, math, brain breaks, creativity and exploration, sustainable development. So you can select any of the options. So depending on the category that you choose, you have various lessons, activities available. Select any of the activity that you want. So for example, this is a simple word count activity. Suppose you want to start in your class a lesson on climate change. So to prepare the class for the lesson, you would ask them, or do you like to ask the students, like, how do you associate with climate change? Do you know any words that relate with climate change? The students, whatever knowledge, prerequisite knowledge they have, they will definitely try to speak out certain words. They would like to tell you about whatever information they have on climate change. So if I play it, so it goes there, and you can see the timer here. So it's a 1-minute activity. Students will be asked to post any word that they associate on climate change. So to make your students join this particular activity, you have a QR code. So I'll request Tanvi to scan a QR code so that we can see her answer here. Even I'll scan the code on my phone so that we can see the answer here. So whatever I type when I start the activity, you will see that this particular answer will be visible on the screen. So, are you ready, Tanvi? So, we play it and the activity starts.
Okay.
So, whatever the student posts, that particular word, that particular sentence will be seen on the screen. So, a child is very excited what is coming on the screen. How do you see it? My words are coming on the screen. So, whatever the child types and submits, those particular words will be visible here, as you can see.
Okay. So, I have joined.
Yeah, you have joined.
Now, I need to type my answer.
Yes.
Okay.
So, let us see. So, we end the activity and we will see that. So, Tanvi typed weather. So, we can see the word weather here. Similarly, all the students who type the words, those words will be visible here. This is one of the activities that I have shown you, that can be a icebreaker activity in the class before we start the lesson. So, likewise you have various activities. You can see even the results, the statistics, like this particular slide, it shows you the statistics to the teacher, how many students responded, what did they write. Those all statistics are available immediately after the activity for the teacher to assess. So, with this, having seen how the lessons can be helpful, let us try to create our own lesson here. So, I now go to create lessons. This is the option that I select. Now, as I mentioned that Curipod is an AI generated tool. So, it gives you two options. One, you generate a lesson using AI. Second, you create your own lesson manually. So, let us first try to create our own lesson. So, this I select on create your own tab, and this particular option gives me two manner to create the slides, to create the lessons. So, one is the activity section and one is the slide section. Various activities are given to us: open question activity, where students ask questions regarding a particular topic; a drawing activity, where students draw on their device and submit; a poll activity, where you ask questions and you give options and students select any of a particular option; word cloud activity, as we just did regarding climate change. Student, any topic you post and you ask the students to post as many words as they can based on a particular topic. And we have a feedback activity. So, you can integrate any of these activities in your lesson plans or in your lesson designs. Second portion gives you the slides, the content slides. As we have been creating presentations, here also we have options to create slide. We have the slide, we have the formatting toolbar above. So, if I want, I can type anything. Say suppose I type cyber security. I can give a subheading, I can format using the formatting toolbar that is available to me. All these features are available, and while I start making a presentation, I can give a name to my presentation as well. Say suppose I give the title as cyber security lessons and I save it. So, this is my presentation. I also have the option to upload the files, any of the media files. They may be image files, they may be audio files, they may be video files to my presentation. And say suppose I select another slide and I choose an image. I want to add an image to this particular slide. So, I click on upload files and I can add up any image that is there on my device and I can add it to my slide. So, likewise I can create a particular presentation with any of the slides, any of the topics that I want. I want to show a movie, I want to show text with images, all those things can be done. And if in between the presentation, the lessons that I am creating, the QReport that I am creating, I want an activity also to be integrated, then I can select any of the activities. Say I select a poll activity. So, I say that suppose I write, do you know about cyber security? So, I ask this particular question and I give them the option. Say suppose I say yes and no. I can even format all the text that I am typing in polls as well. I can reduce or increase the options. If I want, I can delete a particular option. I can have just 2 options. So, I have this particular activity integrated in my lessons. Now, with these 3 slides prepared, I want to present it to my class. With 2 slides and 1 poll, I want to present it to my class. So, I say present. You can see the present option present here. So, I click on present. You will get a full screen here, and once I start playing it, the students can give their options. I can show them the slides that I created based on the topic that I am teaching. In between the topic, I want to ask them questions. I want to show them certain multimedia resources. So, I can insert those resources in between these slides, and then I can ask them the activity to be performed. So, it becomes an all-in-one package sort of a thing. You can integrate the lessons also, the content also, and you can give the text, the activities also in between that particular slide. You may also organize all these things in your folders. Like you can see on my screen, I have already created a folder. So, if you are teaching multiple classes, you can have folders created for those particular classes, those particular grades. Give it a name, say suppose class 12, and I create a folder. So, now if I want whatever lessons I create, now if I say create lessons, that particular lesson will be created inside this folder. So, I can organize my content very well using this particular tool. So, if I say now create lessons, I go back to the same screen. So, we created our own presentation, and now I will show you how to generate a presentation with using the AI tool, AI aspect of QReport. So, as you can see on my screen, when I click on the tab generate with AI, you have various options coming up: full lesson, Curify my slides, brain break, and so on. Let us explore all these one by one. Say suppose I want to create a lesson, a full lesson based on a particular topic. So, I click on the option full lesson. I will have to specify the topic. Say I say suppose solar system. So, this is the topic and I want to choose it for say class 6th. So, I have given my topic, I have given my grade, and now I will ask QReport to please do the magic. So, it gives you a beautiful quote. In the meantime, you read the code, you will get the lesson generated automatically based on the given topic C. So, this is the AI generated lesson that QReport has given you. Now, out of this, do you want the entire presentation that is given to you, or you want to add just few slides? If you want to add all the slides that is given to you by the tool itself, you can click on add all 13 slides. If you want to add few slides, say suppose I want to add just this slide. So, this slide is added to my presentation. please note that even if you have generated it, all the slides are available to you, but automatically they don't get added to your own presentation. For that you have to either add them, you have to click add all 13 slides, or you will have to select whatever you want out of these 13. You want few slides, so you select these. As I told you before, you should always name your presentation. Say I say solar system for grade 6. So you save it. So all these are now being added to your slide. These are all combination of activities and content. For example, this is an open question. So it is just a question to which the students will answer. Before that we were having content, so this is the content. So any presentation, any lesson that is generated by the QReport tool itself using AI, it is a combination of, it is a complete package, a combination of both content and activities. Out of these you can select whatever you want in your presentation according to your content of a particular class or the syllabus that is being followed. So once this is done, then you present it, and you can see all the slides coming up here. You can view them. In between, whatever activities are there, they are time bound. Automatically the time comes here. So once you play it, your students join it using the QR code or the PIN number. They give the responses, those responses are seen on the screen, and immediately as the lesson ends, you will see that the statistics of the responses given by the students, all those statistics are available on the screen for the teacher to assess and give a feedback to the students regarding whatever assessment that she has done. So this is one feature of immediate feedback, immediate assessments that really helps a teacher during her teaching learning process. So these are the lesson that I just generated. I go back to the same lesson, and you can see certain options coming on the left side of the screen. So like for example, add new, to add a new activity. If I want, I have my own presentation and I want that presentation to be integrated with whatever I have in my QReport. So I can even drag and drop my presentation and I can add that particular presentation in my screen, in my QReport. So it's not that I can either do a AI generated presentation or I can either do a QReport presentation. No, I can integrate the two together and I can have a wholesome class having a mixture of my experiences and what QReport gives me. Then you can, once an activity is made, you can edit a particular activity. Like for example, I want to change the question here, right? I want to change the duration of a particular activity. I can edit each and every activity that is given to me by the AI generated tool, and I can change the text. And there is one more very good feature that this tool gives me, and that is about changing the language. If I want, I can translate this particular slide to Hindi or any language that it gives me. Say for example, this is the slide and I click on the translate option. So you can see that the language, the options are given. Say I type Hindi and I say translate. So you can see that the tool allows me to translate English content to Hindi as well. Likewise, various other options for various languages are present in the tool, and which helps me to relate more with my students. If my students are not comfortable with English language, I can very well use this tool to develop in Hindi language it also, which is done automatically through this particular option of translate. As far as the effects are concerned, we have background, we can change the background options to make it more presentable. We can insert any of the shapes, as you can see, we can insert stickers. So, all these enhance the presentations. As we talk about the young students in our class, they like more interactive content, they like more flashy content on the screen. So, the more flashy content you put on the screen, the more they find the lessons, the slides, the presentations and the class interesting and interactive. So, that is how we can insert, and we can insert any images, any medias, any graphics, GIFs, all these images can be inserted, all this multimedia content can be inserted in our presentation. So, that is how I create a particular Curipod, a particular presentation, a particular lesson according to my requirement, but with a big deal help from Curipod. And yes, there is another very good feature that Curipod offers, and that is to share a presentation. We all work in a collaborated environment. We would like to share whatever we have created with our students or with our teachers, co-teachers. So, there is an option called share. You can see it on the screen here. Once you click on share, there are two options available. One is to copy a link. You simply copy the link and you can mail it, you can share it with your students. Another is to create a team. So, the copy link feature is available free of cost. You can share with as many students, as many co-teachers as you want, but yes, if you want to create a team of collaborative workers, then definitely you will have to use the premium version. But otherwise, as a co-teacher, the person to whom you are giving the link, that person can make a copy of the presentation or the lesson, and they can make changes in it. And the best part is, the changes that are made, they will not be reflecting in your presentation. So, your original presentation remains intact. The change is made in the copy that is made by the person with whom you have shared your presentation. So, this is another very good feature of this tool, that it helps you to share your presentation with your co-teachers, so that you can exchange, you can collaborate your ideas, and you can your maximum students are benefited because of this particular presentation that you have made.
Okay. Thank you so much, ma'am, for all those details that you shared regarding Curipod. I have a few queries, and whatever you explained, I would like to ask a few things regarding that.
Sure.
So, in the word count activity, when we started doing that, you received my answer.
Yes.
But if a teacher wants to receive the answer of his or her students, how many can be received? Is there any time, is there any number limit?
Yes, each student can give maximum 3 answers.
Okay.
More than 3 answers are not permitted, but yes, as many students as the teacher wants, they can be participant to this particular lesson, but per student only 3 answers are permitted.
So, there is no limit to the number of students who can participate?
Yes, you are right.
Okay, all right. And you just showed us that you translated English language to Hindi language, and you said there are more languages available as well. So, would you like to tell us how many more languages are there?
We have around 25 more languages across European. As far as Indian languages are concerned, as of now we have Hindi, but other than that we have Spanish, French, we have German, and we have Japanese, Chinese, all these languages are there.
That's great. Okay, ma'am, you conducted that poll and we saw that there were 4 options and you removed 2 options and you kept 2 options.
Yeah.
So, is there any limit to how many options can one keep?
No, you can keep as many options you want, as much as the screen can accommodate. Like the options should be visible to all the students and should be very clear when they come on the screen. So, there is no limit on the number of options, but when it comes to clarity of the screen, then definitely not more than 4 to 5 options should be there on the screen.
Okay,
for sure.
Great, great. Ma'am, in the presentation you said that movies can be added, images can be added. Can we also add the link for YouTube or any other platform?
You can add it as a text. For example, every slide has an option to give a text.
Right.
So, in the text option, if you can see it on the slide, in the text option, see you have the text. You can type or paste the link from wherever and it comes on the slide. So, that way the link can be pasted on a particular slide.
So, whatever the details of the link would be, they will be shown on the screen.
Yes, yes,
Okay.
yes, because it creates a hyperlink and then it is visible in the browser.
Okay, great. Ma'am, let's say one teacher has created an interactive lesson. So, another teacher can edit it, like make changes in it if the first teacher has shared the details, the passwords and everything with the other teacher. Can he or she make changes accordingly?
Yes, a teacher can make changes, but only to the own presentation. If I am the original creator of my presentation, I copy the link and I give it to my co-teacher, then that particular teacher can make a copy and then edit that particular copy. She cannot edit my presentation. So, that is one feature which protects my original work. Whatever changes the person makes, that he or she makes in her own presentation.
Okay. And let's say, ma'am, you have done any activity or conducted any poll. Till when can you see the answers of that poll or
it is available in your dashboard till the time you don't delete it.
Okay.
So, when you go back to the dashboard, you can see whatever I created, they are still there. Even if I go to see, these are the folders and the sessions that I created before I started this particular presentation. It is giving me on what date and time. So, till the time I don't delete it, they are there. All results, everything will be there. The presentation will be there when I run it. But yes, if I have conducted a poll or a survey and the lesson has ended, it immediately shows you, right. So, when you started again, then the previous results are gone.
Okay.
Right. So, that thing you have to keep in mind, that those particular results are available. Either you save it, you can download and save the results. Otherwise, when you run the activity again, then the previous results are gone.
Okay. And these presentations can be easily downloaded and used in?
As of now in free version they cannot be downloaded. Okay. You can only run it, view it, save it in the browser window only.
In the browser window only?
Yeah, because this is basically a web application. Right. So, it is a web app, any web app, it runs on the browser. So, all the saving is done on the cloud. So, they are automatically saved on the cloud.
Okay. So, we can say it is entirely online and it can't be offline?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
So, students need an internet connection to operate QReport?
Yes, they need an internet connection and they need a device to operate the QReport, to work on the QReport.
Okay, that's great, ma'am. Do you have any advice, any suggestion for all the teachers who have learned about QReport today itself and they want to create certain lessons?
Yeah, sure. First and foremost, I would suggest the teachers to identify specific topics and subtopics according to their syllabus. That is very, very important, because as a teacher I would definitely try to first view the generated QReports which are generated through AI. but I must understand that they are generally a very general slides which are going on, which may not be specific to my topic, or my content, or the level of the content may not be the same that I want. So, once you finalize the topics and subtopics, then generate with AI. Then select the slides and the activities, what prior knowledge your students have about that particular topic. Always create a pre-class activity, which may be a word cloud, which may be a poll, like for example, how many of you have heard the word cyber security, how many of you have heard the word plagiarism. So, based on that poll, you will definitely have an idea about how much my students are aware about a particular topic, and then you can start from that particular level of the students that is present in the class. So, after selecting the topics and subtopics, you will be able to have a better view about what all contents, what all activity to keep in your slides. If you have something already made, you should try to use it by uploading them and then integrating them in your Curipods. It will help you to bring both the things together, like something which you might not have known about it, but it is something new you would like to share with your students. So, along with that, something which you have, you can integrate that also. So, it will definitely give you an effective and a good presentation, a good lesson to be done in your class.
Okay, that's great, ma'am. Thank you so much for all those tips that you just gave to all our viewers. Ma'am, one more thing I wanted to ask. So, when you tried that AI generated slides, and there were 13 slides which were offered. So, you said that one could even use one slide, or one could use all 13 slides.
Yes.
So, is there any limit to how many number of slides could be used in the presentation?
No, there is no limit as such, but yes, as you increase the size of the presentation, it tends to become a bit slow. Otherwise, there is no limit. You can add, you will find lessons AI generated which have around 98 slides. I also tried to upload a presentation, then definitely the app becomes a bit slow, but there is no limit to the number of the slides that can be added.
Okay, great. And ma'am, you cited one comparison, one reason that how free version and premium version are different from each other. But apart from that, any other difference they have?
They have a bit of difference in the number of word limits for which we can answer. For example, 1000 character word limit is there for the free version, but 2500 is there for the premium version. So, that is the number of the word limit for the answers, and you have some extra templates that are there present in the premium version, which are not there in the free version. Templates means the backgrounds, the effects, the text effects that come, those are a bit more in the premium version and a little bit less in the free version.
Okay, thank you so much, ma'am, for being with us today. It was a pleasure having you, and I think I am also going to try and use QReport today for sure. Thank you once again.
Thank you so much, Namaskar.
Thank you to all the viewers as well for being a part of this program, and like ma'am explained each and everything, how can you create your own interactive lessons, be it question and answers, be it surveys, be it polls, be it anything you want, and there's a lot that you need to explore regarding QReport. Ma'am did explain each and everything, but if you will do it at your end, it will be even better and even more beneficial for you and for the children. Thank you so much once again for being a part, and please stay here, don't go anywhere. Our next upcoming program is also a special program called Sahyog, Guidance for Mental Well-being of the Children, and the topic to be discussed is going to be elimination of procrastination, the power of now, NOW, now. If you have any questions, please raise them and we are here to answer them for sure. So do watch the next upcoming program and raise your queries as well. For now, we're wrapping up this particular special program where we learned about QReport. And before leaving, just want to remind you all once again that NCERT textbooks for this new academic session 2023-2024 are available throughout the country. They're located, you can simply buy it from the sales counter directly, and the timings for the sales counter are 9:30 am to 6 pm. They are located in New Delhi, Bangalore, Kolkata, Ahmedabad and Guwahati. Apart from this, if you simply want to download the PDF version, the soft copy of the textbooks, you can do that with the help of NCERT, Diksha or ePathshala website or their mobile applications. And if you want to sit at your own place and place an order of these textbooks, the website would be ncertbooks.ncert.gov.in. Place an order and you will receive those textbooks at your doorstep with no delivery charge at all. So I really hope that you're going to buy these books very soon. All the very best. Have a great day ahead. I'm Tanvi Khurana. I'll take a leave of you. Namaskar.